good morning or afternoon or evening. I don't know when you practice, but brilliant that you've put this video on. Okay, so let's start. As always, just sit in a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable with that, or focus on a drishti, focal point. And then tune in with the breath. Take a few moments to arrive on the mat, to arrive at your practice. Tuning in with your body, your mind. And with every exhale, release anything that you're holding that you don't have to hold right now. Be present. There's only this moment. Three more breaths. And when you're done blinking the eyes open, chin towards chest, moving the head to the right and back, circling round and forward and again, loosening up the head and again, and moving the opposite direction. Inhaling back, exhale forward and again, and when you're in center, bringing the head back up. Forgot a hairstyle. Bringing fingertips on the shoulders and very gently, especially when you've just woken up, very gently moving the body from side to side, moving your head with it, looking over your shoulder, keeping the chest open. Go as slow or as quick as you like, letting the breath just flow. And slowly coming back to center and release. Hands on the legs, sitting nice and tall. Inhaling. Exhaling, hinging from the hips, tilting the hips, coming forward, 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 forward until you feel a little bit of edge. Exhaling and then inhaling, curving the spine, coming up into sitting, looking up. Exhaling again, forward, hinging forward from the hips where you feel a little bit of pull, and then coming up, inhaling, curving the spine up, looking up towards the ceiling. And again, one more. Exhale forward. Inhaling, slowly coming up into sitting, coming up on hands and knees. Try to make sure that your wrists and your shoulders are roughly in alignment, and your knee and your hip as well. Yeah? So, knees are hip width apart. Feet can be resting on the mat, the top of the feet, or you can tuck your toes under, I would suggest you leave them on the mat, but that's up to you. Spreading your fingers, pushing into the mat, feel it support you, feel the ground there for you. And then tucking the tailbone under, curving the spine, chin towards the chest. And then opening up the chest, tailbone towards the ceiling or the sky, looking up, shoulders back. Exhale, curving, tucking the chin. Inhaling, opening up, so we're moving the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Feel what it does for you. How does it feel? And back to neutral. Tucking the toes under, pressing up, pushing the heels towards the floor, your ears in alignment with your upper arms. You might want to move your hands a little bit further away to create a bit more space. And you can bring your heels towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor. But here, bend one knee and stretch one other out without locking the knees. So always keeping the knees bent, but pedaling the feet. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, spreading the fingers, really pushing into it. And the knees are pointing towards the arms, facing forward. Okay, now let them sink towards the mat. They don't have to touch the mat. Just take a moment here, 3 breaths. It's an inversion, so your head is lower than your heart. So take care with that if you have any medical issues. And then bringing the knees back on the mat. Inhaling, opening up the chest forward. Tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhaling, curving in, chin towards chest. Bringing it up. And then again, knees on the mat, opening up, inhale. Exhale, curving in. And back up. Long exhales. And again, to the mat, inhaling up. Keeping the abdomen engaged so you're not dumping into the back. Exhale. Last one, coming up. Knees towards the mat, inhaling, curving up. And fully release. So back to neutral, releasing the feet. Sitting back on the heels. Middle. So last one before we do pranayama. Toes come forward. Bring your knees a little bit apart. Tucking your toes under. Now sitting back and using your finger to make sure your little toe pointing forwards as well, because sometimes it can get a bit screwed, a bit sideways. You might actually want to feel better if you keep your legs together. So play with that, what feels good for you. Hands can rest on the thighs. We're not going to stay that long here. You probably feel building it up already. And breathe for a moment. Take a few breaths here. 3 long, deep breaths. And when you're done, coming up, forward, releasing the feet and sitting back. Oh, release. Okay. And making yourself comfortable, pranayama. We'll do Nadi Shodhana with a count of 3, 6, 6. Could be 3, 6. So alright, okay, let's do 3, 6. Nadi Shodhana. Alternate nostril breathing. Nadi Shodhana, we inhale through our left nostril and then we lock our left nostril off, opening up the right. Exhale out through the right. Inhale through the right, close off the right nostril, exhale through the left. That is 1 round. Yeah, that's the first stage of Nadi Shodhana. I'll do a count of 3 in, 6 out. But if 6 out is too long for you, reduce it to either 3 in, 3 out, or 4 out, or 5 out. Whatever works for you. If 3 inhales is too much, go to 2. If you're familiar with Nadi Shodhana, do your own count. Okay, never strain, never be in pain. If any of those happen, stop practicing, okay? And after Nadi Shodhana, we'll go into very short meditation. So we'll do about 4 rounds of Nadi Shodhana. Now, when we do Nadi Shodhana, we use Nasagra Mudra. Index finger, middle finger together on the eyebrow center. Using the thumb to close off the right nostril, using the ring finger to close off the left nostril. Now, if you're not comfortable touching your face, you can just use your thumb and ring finger, or just imagine it. If you have any issues at the moment with a cold, with a headache, or sinus issues, do not practice this pranayama. Okay? I'll talk you through it. So I'll talk you through 2 rounds and then you'll do 4 in your own. Okay? So sitting in a comfortable seated position, and feel free to support your elbow with your opposite arm when it gets a bit heavy. Yeah, it takes a bit of practice. So index finger, middle finger to your eyebrow center. Thumb and ring finger ready to close off, but not closing off yet. Settling in first. Take a few breaths. Normal breaths. It's more an energizing pranayama, so don't do this before bed. Okay, start to deepen your breath. One more inhale. Exhale. On the exhale, closing off the right nostril. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Close off the left nostril, opening up the right. Exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Closing of right nostril, opening up the left. Exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1 round. Inhaling for 3. 1, 2, 3. Close off the left, opening up the right. Exhale, 6, 5, 6. Inhaling for 3. long breath. Closing of the right nostril, exhaling through the left, opening up left. 4, 5, 6, and keep continuing at your own pace. And keep going for 3 more rounds. Inhaling and then opening up the other nostril, exhaling through that. Try to stay seated upright. And when you're done, releasing your arms, letting them rest on your knees or your thighs or wherever you feel they should be resting. Keeping your eyes closed if you're comfortable. Letting your natural breath come back. Taking a moment to settle. Then bring awareness to the breath. When you inhale, imagine the breath going up to the eyebrow center. And when you exhale, breath flowing from eyebrow center out both nostrils. So imagine inhaling both nostrils up to eyebrow center. Exhaling eyebrow center out through both nostrils. Inhaling through both nostrils, up eyebrow center. Exhale eyebrow center, out both nostrils. Keep practicing. Stay with it. Inhaling up to eyebrow center. Exhale eyebrow center, out both nostrils. Keep practicing. If you're aware your mind is wandering, bring it back. And slowly letting go of this practice. Letting go of the breath awareness. And sitting for a moment. And let anything that wants to come up, let it come up. Acknowledge what's coming up. And then let it go. And give something else space. Maybe the same thing will come up. Maybe it's something else. Give that space to whatever it is that needs or wants attention. So observe, acknowledge, let it go, and then move on to the next. Keep practicing. And slowly letting this go. Letting it go. Bring awareness to the breath in the nostrils. Coming back to the body, the whole physical body sitting. Hari Om Tat Sat. Session complete. Bring some movement in your fingers, in your body. Might want to roll your head or roll the shoulders. And then slowly, slowly, slowly blinking your eyes open, ready for the rest of the day. Enjoy. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, give me a little thumbs up. It's very, very much appreciated. Have a lovely, lovely day. Hari Om Tat Sat.